Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Georgie. I am from England. I'm a mummy to a beautiful 9, nearly 10 months old little girl, and I live with my amazing fiance. So I wanted to do a little bit of a catch up really of what's been going on over the last couple of weeks. So, well, health wise sort of thing. So about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I had an extremely light period, like weirdly light for me. Usually I'm quite heavy, and it was extremely light. It was like spotting slash a light period for 5-7 days. Now for me, normally I'm heavy, like I will go through a lot of pads. So that was about 3 weeks ago, and in between then and now I've had constant like cramping, nausea, to the point where I had to like stop and take a breath, and I was going oof, because it was really painful and I wasn't quite sure what was going on. And sort of, you know yourself that you've got a smell, everyone's got a smell, it's completely normal, and my smell was slightly stronger. And I know my smell changes around my period because I tend to smell coppery, obviously because of the blood. Other than that, I smell stronger when I'm pregnant. And so I started smelling a little bit stronger. I had these cramps and things, went to the doctors, wasn't quite sure what was going on. Did a pregnancy test with the doctors, it was negative. I wasn't surprised. I am on the mini pill, but I wasn't sure if it was the mini pill and the anticoagulants that I'm on sort of disagreeing with each other a little bit, or whether this is just like a side effect that I'm getting now from the pill, not a side effect that I've ever got before. So it'd be an unusual time for me to start getting these side effects since I've been on the same mini pill for about 7 months, I think it is now. So anyway, got checked over, and the doctor basically said to me, well, what do you think it is? And I was like, well, I thought there was a possibility I could be pregnant. You know, I know I'm not daft. I know there's like a tiny little percentage, like 1 or 2% chance that somebody does fall pregnant on the pill. You know, I use it as, you know, the best that I can. I try not to skip any pills, So she did a pregnancy test, it was negative, not surprised. But then because of the anticoagulants that I'm on, she said do a test in a week and 2 weeks time. Skip forward, I'm back on my period. So I'm going to presume that I'm not pregnant, and the pregnancy test we bought were a waste of money. But never mind, we are hoping to have another baby in the future. So all being well, they will stay in the cupboard for then. So it's back to what's been causing this pain. Why have I been feeling sick? Why have I been getting acid reflux? You know, is it like a missed miscarriage? Something like that? Well, we're going to presume not with the type of period that I've got now, because it is, well, fairly light again. And it's like the end of a cycle rather than the start of a cycle. So for me, the start of my cycle is usually heavy, full on, let's go boys, bleeding, get a lot of pain, feeling sick, headaches, whatever my body decides to throw at me, I get in those first couple of days. And then days 3, somewhere between 3 and 5, it starts calming down. I've just got the bleeding, life's good again, and I'm happy again. And then somewhere between 7 and 10 days, I tend to stop. I'll peter out to a like brownie coloured old blood, and eventually I will just stop. The last cycle was just like pink all the way through. So it was like blood mixed with discharge all the way through for sort of 5 to 7 days. and this one looks like it might go in the same way, with a little bit of old blood just thrown into the mix for fun. So I'm not really quite sure what's going on. I'm waiting on some tests. I'm going to get what I presume will be an internal ultrasound. So for anybody that doesn't know what an internal ultrasound is like, it's basically a medical dildo, I suppose. It's a long, fairly slim probe. They stick a little lubrication on and they just, go straight up there. And that can see what's going on around your ovaries, uterus, sometimes your bladder, that sort of thing. So I'm having that done. I've had a swab done. I'm going to go and get another swab done on Monday next week. So this will be a continuing video vlog, whatever, just let you know what's going on if anybody cares. But I just thought I would put it out there to see if anybody else has had experienced anything similar. So I should really do a full rundown of what symptoms I've been getting. So cramps and pinpoint pain that has stopped me in my tracks for 3 weeks. Nausea for over a week now. Quite bad acid reflux for a couple of days. Feeling like I'm going to throw up. So sort of more than nausea, but the actual the stick in the back of my throat, in the back of my mouth sort of thing for about 4 days now. And now my period's come on. I was getting really tender boobs. My boobs have grown. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on. But hey ho. At least hopefully this means it's not a second unplanned baby, and I don't think I'm quite ready physically or mentally to have a second child right now. I absolutely love Eloise and I wouldn't change her for the world, but the circumstances around my pregnancy and the pregnancy itself was so incredibly hard for me. There was a lot of personal things that were going on, a lot of things with the family and the other half's family. And my body suffered. I struggled like nothing else through the pregnancy, and I'm hopefully getting back into work and getting myself back to how I should be, life on track, all that jazz. So hopefully this period will just sort my body out, and it was just a mess up of my hormones, but we will see. I will do another video in another week or so's time, let you know how I got on with the doctors, if I get any results through. But yeah, I hope you are all staying safe and well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.